Hey, everybody. Welcome to the Blodger Show. I'm your host, Chris Blodgett, and I want to welcome you to this bonus episode. Hey, guys. Welcome to this bonus episode. So, hope everybody's had a great rest of your week. And first of all, I just want to apologize. I know that I was planning to do the next part of the last story this Friday, but work week this week has kind of been pretty insane. Had a couple of overnights, not really a whole lot of free time during the day, and to give you guys kind of an example, Wednesday night I came in at 9, was told I'm going to Clarksville. Actually, I was told I was going to Lebanon, and then from there I was going to be doing a Knox and Kodak. And when I came in at 9, I was told, oh yeah, that load's not picking up till 1 in the morning. I'm like, oh, okay, well, great, So then I was told, well, Nashville's sending you to Clarksville, and then from there to Lebanon. I'm like, all right, both trailers were way too high, so I had to wait for a switcher to come over and lift them up off the ground so I could raise the landing gear up so I could back under it properly. So by the time I got to Lebanon, it was probably like 1:30 in the morning. And at that point, basically I still waited until 2:40, 2:45 to get loaded. So I was doing a combo load to Knoxville and Cookeville. And that was kind of a fun one because usually when you do a combo load, your rear trailer is the one you drop first. And sometimes you drop that trailer in the dolly and you continue on with the front trailer. But lately they've been having, you drop that trailer, it's still set up with another empty. Which means you gotta technically, most of the time you gotta disconnect all together to be able to grab an empty, position it, set your dolly up in front of it, and back your loaded trailer back up to it. So, but lately I've been able to pull in front of an empty with that loaded trailer in the dolly, and then I walk back and I walk the dolly back to that trailer, and then I go back the loaded trailer back up to that dolly and hook it up and hook up to that empty. So I kind of like try to minimize how many steps I have to do. But still, I think I got, I guess Cookeville wanted me they expected I was going to be coming to them first. And I was like, no, you guys are the front trailer. Like, you guys got the heavier trailer, so you guys are the one that's getting delivered last. Because they called me when I passed them on the way to Knoxville. They're like, hey, we see you have one of our trailers, and we see you passed us. Like, what's going on? And I'm like, oh yeah, I'm hitting Knoxville, and I'll be hitting you guys on the way back. Oh, you're gonna hit us on the way back? Okay. And so when I came back, I finally made it to them, like, 6:45 or 7:45, I think. And they were pretty upset. They're like, well, I don't understand why they didn't just send you here and have you break everything down. Because, yeah, it was less work for you, but we're 2 hours behind now. And I was like, I understand that, but, and I apologize. But at the same time, I'm going on 15 hours of, going on at least 14 and a half hours since I came in last night. So any stuff that I can kind of like not do as much work is gonna be helpful. So I understand where you're coming from, but that would have really sucked to have to like break everything down just to give you guys your front trailer to then grab it empty. Now, it would have been different if I could have, like if they were having me drop that front trailer, you know, for Cookeville, and then just taking the rear trailer to Knoxville, then that would have been totally fine. I'm totally cool with that. But what they've been doing lately is they have you still grab it empty, so you still have to go through the setup process again. And I'm like, that's stupid, but that's why I didn't want to pull in there and do it, because I knew I'd have to be basically breaking everything down, set everything back up again. It's like, look, if I can take that front trailer and drop it off, and then just take the back trailer and continue on, then that would be perfect. But you guys won't have me do that. You guys have me break them down, grab it empty, set everything back up, take off to the second stop, break it down, grab 2 empties, or grab another empty because I already have one. So that's pretty much been my week this week. Working pretty much overnight, getting done, getting back home at like 7, 8, 9 o'clock in the morning. I think today I finally got to bed at or Thursday rather, I got to bed at like 12:30 in the afternoon. Came in tonight being told, come in, get in by 9 o'clock. You're going to go to Clarksville, then back to Lebanon again. And alright, cool. Came in. Oh, I mean, that was fun right there too, because I got up at 8. And after kind of experiencing a, interesting night, because my wife has great chronic pain. They've been running tests and everything, trying to figure out, for like years, like, okay, what's causing this? What's going on? And so a couple weeks, or like last week, I had ordered, a couple weeks back, I got her like a container of gummies from CBD gummies from a dispensary that's not far from where we live. Pretty low dosage, I guess. It's only that container, I think, is like 360 milligrams for the whole container, so each gummy is probably 20 or 25. And so she was taking those, and she said they were helping a little bit with pain or whatever, but it wasn't like anything too noticeable. Still had a lot of days where she's in extreme pain, so last week I was recommended to a site from Bro Rico for CBD gummies that I guess have the hemp. They're made from hemp or whatever, so they're not the THC from the marijuana. It's the other, where you're not gonna have you're not supposed to have the psychoactive effects and all that fun stuff. But so I went online and basically asked her, all right, what flavor do you want? So I'm ordering you some of these gummies. It's like 3,500 milligrams or 3,300 or something for the entire container. And there's 20 gummies. It's probably like in my head, I was thinking it was like 100 and something milligrams, but now when I'm thinking about it, I'm like 3,000 milligrams for 20 gummies. It's probably more than that. So, especially after what happened yesterday. So, getting back home at noon, I had because whenever I'm waiting on a package, I usually put especially if it's post office, I'll put I guess, FedEx, I guess any of them, I'll put the tracking number into the app, and I will, turn on the alerts, so that way as it's anything that changes, or any arrivals, or whatever, or out for delivery, I'll get a text alert saying your package is such. Alright, cool. That way I don't have to keep checking on it. And I got an alert Wednesday night at like 1 a.m. saying your package arrived in Nashville at the distribution center, at the warehouse. Oh, cool. All right, So I was thinking, like, I wonder if it's gonna come on Thursday, And Thursday morning before I got home, I was getting the alert saying your package is out for delivery. Be delivered by 6. I'm like, oh, cool. All right. And then I got another alert saying actually it's scheduled for delivery between 2 and 3. I'm like, cool. All right. So I had wanted to be able to get the package myself and then hand it to my wife and be like, surprise, it came. And she was already aware that I'd ordered it. Because basically I told her, I was like, yeah, it has THC, but for hemp, it's not, it's a different, I guess, I don't know. Rico could have explained it better than I can, but, So, went to bed at like 12:30 after getting home and grabbing something to eat, taking a shower. I texted the wife saying, well, I was like, your gummies are set to arrive between 2 and 3. I said I would love to give them to you myself, but I'll probably be, down for the count. I'll probably be upstairs passed out asleep. So I was like, I thought I wanted to at least advise her what the website advises. So, because I didn't want her to just assume, I'll just take a full gummy, and have that be, way too much. Because it says, basically I told her, it says on the website, if you're not too, like if you haven't really used these, just in case, should probably do like a half a gummy and see how you handle it. And she was like, all right, cool, thanks, love, sleep well. But all right, at some point, I don't know what time it was, because my smartwatch died last night, so it's not charged tonight, so now I can put it back on. But earlier today it was still dead, so I hadn't charged it yet. But at some point though, I woke up and my wife was laying on her side of the bed, and she was basically seemed like a wreck. She was crying and breathing pretty heavily and whatever. And of course we have a king bed, so it's not like I can't really, and I have a CPAP, so it's not like I can reach her from my side too easily. So I kind of rolled over as close as I could, had like one arm on her, try to cuddle with her a little bit, and then of course, she rolled back over, and I rolled back over, and both fell back asleep. And then later on, when we got up, like 8, woke up to messages from our youngest, because she was at a friend's house, and supposedly they're supposed to drop her back off, but for some reason it was, oh no, she has to get a ride. And that, my kiddo had to be out of the, that had to be leaving by like 8 at the latest, and then this is like 7:45 when we're getting these messages, and of course I'm like still waking up. I'm like, okay, I don't know. But so before heading out to pick her up, my wife was telling me, she's like, yeah, it was just wait. It's like it just didn't handle it very well. Like I was having some weird experiences, and I just couldn't feel my legs, and blah blah blah. And I was like, well, how much of it did you have? She was, I had a full one. So okay, I was like, well, I was like, that's why I tried to let you know what the website said before I went to bed, so that way you knew what they recommend. She was, I know, but you don't understand, the pain was so intense that like I just took a full one. I'm like, I got you, I was like, well, that's why they recommended taking half of one, so that way you can see how it affects you. But so I said, she was, I don't even know if I can handle half. I mean, that was pretty intense. And well, then maybe we could cut them into quarters. You could make it last, because you get a quarter gummy. But I said, did the pain go away? At least she was, yeah, the pain was gone. I was like, all right, cool. Maybe we're on the right path. So before leaving, of course, like I'm getting ready to head out the door, and my wife is suddenly talking about like, I really want mac and cheese. So went out to pick my daughter up, and on the way, my other daughter basically like messages like, can you pick me up? She was at work, and I was like, not if you get off at 9. I had a text from my boss saying I had to be there at like between 8:30 and 9, and I told them, well, I'll probably be there closer to 9 because of the fact that my wife's out of commission right now, and my kids need to be picked up. He's all right, that's fine. All right, cool. So I picked my youngest up, and she was like, so I think mom has the munchies. And I was like, yeah, I think you're right. She was, yeah, because I want mac and cheese. I really can't stop thinking about mac and cheese. I was like, yeah, probably, And then talking to, when I picked my oldest up, I was like, those how I ordered those CBD gummies, those hemp gummies for mom, right? She said, yeah. I'm like, well, I told her before I went to bed that the website recommended that if you're not, if you've never done them, to take half and see how you feel? I said, well, but guess what Mom did? She goes, she took a full one, didn't she? I was like, yeah, she did. She's, oh God. She said, how bad is it? I was like, well, she's freaking out pretty bad earlier. I was like, but she seems calmer now, like the main additional effects. Then she just seemed loopy, you know, joking with my youngest. I was like, I didn't want to say this in front of Mom, but I was basically thinking to myself, she's high as fuck. But pain-free though, so I guess she said the pain at some point had come back a little bit, but it was still pretty mild. I was like, all right, you know. So yeah, thinking my recommendation to her is probably like, hey, well, if you're gonna because she probably won't take it like before work or whatever. She'll wait till she gets home probably. My thought is it'd be like, why do you divide it into quarters and spread it out over a couple hours? Like take one and then 2 or 3 hours, 2 hours later, maybe take the other part. You know, kind of like spread it out so that maybe keep the pain from coming back for quite a bit of the rest of your day. You know, because that would make sense. I told Rico about it, and the funny thing was because I sent him a voice clip like, I was like, holy crap, bro! Like, you're not gonna believe this. And I was like, Gummies came in and I recommended to Erin that she take half of one to see how it affects her. And I said she was in a lot of pain, so she took a full one. He's like, holy shit, what happened? So I told him, he goes, oh, I need to order some, man, because like he's got some stuff, because he doesn't take meds himself, but he does do the CBD stuff, you know. But he's like, oh man, hearing how it affected her, I need to order some now. I'm actually looking forward to trying it. I was like, I would too, except I can't because I'm a driver. So even with stuff that's technically legal to buy, you know, I could still technically fail a random drug test. It's like, yeah, maybe I'll be trying stuff like that whenever I fully retire myself from the job. But hey, you know. So, as in the past, I didn't want to just not have a story today for you guys and not have anything post. I wanted to at least come on here and do a bonus episode, let you guys know. It will be that part 2 will definitely post next Friday. This week has just been, I've literally not had any time to really do anything. Like, it's been basically, you know, work all night into like mid-morning, whatever, go to sleep, get up, maybe have an hour or two to try to like grab a shower and chill out, and then basically come back to work again. It's like, so then tonight, you know, when I got to Clarksville, and I was told, oh no, we don't have anything for you. You know, like, we told your boss like at 8:30 that we didn't need you tonight. I'm going, well, he didn't say a word to me. He told me come in by 9. She's like, that's interesting. I was like, yeah, it is, you know, because I could have just stayed at home. I mean, yeah, I made a little bit, maybe like $50 to $100, but it's like, you know, really wish that FedEx would communicate better. So, bear with me real quick, guys. Just get ready to scan my badge and get in here to the hub with these 2 empty trailers. I basically took 2 loaded trailers up to Clarksville, thinking I was going to Lebanon and then running probably a Knox Kodak, only to find out that I was doing Clarksville and then back here to Nashville, and then they don't have anything else. And like, I told my boss, I said, yeah, if I knew that was all that was going to be done, I wouldn't have wanted to come in. And he's like, yeah, I wouldn't have had you come in for just a single Clarksville. I was like, well, dude. He goes, well, go ahead, head to Nashville and see if they have anything, if they need any help. I said, they already told me on the phone that they don't have anything else. So I'm not gonna lie, I was tempted to call Nashville Lion Hall. Well, not like Nashville, I mean Lebanon Lion Hall. But when I talked to them, they said, oh yeah, we told Jimmy you didn't need you. I was tempted to call them and basically be like, you know, I'm leaving Clarksville now with these empties. If anything comes up in the next hour that you guys need help with shuttles or anything, let me know. I said, otherwise, after that point, because they do it all the time. It's happened so many times in the past, where something like this happens where I do a single load, and like, oh yeah, we don't have anything else, I'm like, all right, well, I guess no. And so I get back here, I drop the trailers, I get parked, I get my RAM, I head home. I get home hanging out, all of a sudden my phone goes off and it's FedEx. Oh yeah, we actually have a load going to like Paducah. I'm like, too late. Like, I'm already home. Oh, well, we tried to call Jimmy or whatever, but nobody answered. I'm like, well, I literally talked to you guys an hour and a half or 2 hours ago, and you guys told me you didn't have anything, so I left. Story of my life. That's what it's like here at FedEx. It's like they don't need you until they need you, and then if they try to call you and you're like, sorry, I'm home, it's, well, he declined a load. No, I didn't. I gave you guys a chance to. I gave you guys a chance to actually have me do something for you, and you didn't need it. So, time for me to go home. So, but it's all good. That's why I do what I do on the side. Work out the book projects. Working on the entrepreneurial stuff. So again, guys, to throw a few things out there for anybody who would like to learn, if you're interested in learning how to be a digital marketer, how to start, working 1 to 2 hours a day. And actually, I'm talking to another friend on Facebook last night. Sounds like what I was doing for basically 1 to 2 hours a day for like 6 months. Not putting in quite as much time now, but it sounds like you could actually do it like 2 days a week, and then just. So oh, cool, all right. Well, I wish I would have been connected to this person before, because I wouldn't have thought any of that. She's like, I really want to see the inside of your course that you're offering, because like, I don't think they're training you guys right. And I was like, huh, okay. I was like, well, I mean, like the Legacy Builder is a good program. It's just what works really well for one person, or for a handful of people might not work very well for others because maybe they don't have a big following or whatever, or it's just you just going about it differently. So it's all good. I'm taking it 1 week at a time. So again, anybody who wants to learn how to do that, if you want to see what it's all about, because the information is free, go to blodgetshow.com/freedom. Put your email address in there. Reply back to my email with any questions you might have. Anybody who wants to check out a cooking course I have, go to blodgetshow.com/masterchef. And if you're an affiliate marketer and you want to hone in your skills on that, go to blodgetshow.com/affiliate. But on a different note, for anybody, if you like what you hear, if you're a fan of the podcast, you'd love to support, on a bare minimum, I would just request you share with your friends, like, follow, subscribe, give 5-star ratings, all that fun stuff. Definitely appreciated. Anybody who would like to financially help support the show, go to blodgetshow.com/support. And as always, thank you so much in advance. I appreciate it. And as I've been trying to do lately, I just want to express my appreciation and gratitude for you, my listeners. I really appreciate you guys being here. I know you guys will be listening to a lot of other podcasts, but you're here listening to this one, so thank you so much. And I hope I don't let you guys down in the future. But anyway, guys, just got back here to the hub. Gonna go ahead. Well, I gotta hit the bathroom first, but then I'm gonna drop these trailers and park and go home. Literally it's like 1:30 in the morning. I was expecting to be like, because I could have gotten back earlier, but because I got to Clarksville at 11, and then it kind of just, when I was realizing, oh crap, so this is my only load due tonight. Shit, I'm not gonna make shit tonight. I was kind of like, well, I wasn't really in a big hurry. I was literally just like scrolling Facebook, sitting here going, all right, I need to get back home. So, but I will commit, to not letting you guys down next week. Part 2 should be posting next week, and then we should be back to regular schedule. It's just the way this week went and stuff. It's kind of hard to find time to do it when you're working such insane hours. Versus like when I ran my normal Illinois run, I would be getting done at like getting home at like midnight, 1 o'clock, and I'd be able to go home and literally get on the computer and work on writing for a few hours. like 2 hours or whatever. And when you do that a couple days a week, you can get quite a bit done. But this week, I haven't had those free moments to do that. So it's like, all right. So looking forward to, that's the one why when I was talking to some, not really a course, but a kind of like a training program, they were asking me like, what is more important? Like, what is the most important to you, time freedom or financial freedom? I said both, because I said I want the time freedom so I could actually not, I could actually have time to actually take care of stuff I need to do, stuff I need to do stuff I want to do, have time to keep working on the projects I'm working on to actually get those done. But I also I'm looking forward to the financial freedom so that I can, basically take care of all the things I need to take care of without worrying about the cost of it. So, that's why I also, the things I'm part of, like the different courses or whatever. So I offer them to you guys as well, because, who knows, maybe somebody will come across my podcast and they'll hear it and it'll be the right fit for them, So, but anyway, guys, on that note, to do some extra support for the other shows that I like to recommend to you, there's at least three podcasts that I'll shout out to you. One of them that I've told you guys about before is called What Was That Like? The host's name is Scott Johnson. Really cool guy, really cool podcast. Talks to a lot of people that have been involved in very unique situations. His catchphrase at the beginning is "real people with unreal situations." So, pretty awesome podcast. You guys should definitely check it out. And the second one is Meredith For Real, the Curious Introvert. Shout out to Meredith, because I came across her podcast through What Was That Like? Because apparently she's a co-host on one of the segments for that, on the Tuesday questions for What Was That Like? And, again, that one's called Meredith For Real, the Curious Introvert. She interviews people as well, and has, that basically, the way she refers to them is they're paradoxical. Pretty cool show. You should check it out. And the third one is the one that I've mentioned before. It's Rico's podcast. He does about the history of hip hop and all that fun stuff. Currently working on new episodes, but he has a handful of episodes that are available right now. I actually have a link to them, or to his podcast, on my website. If you go to blodgetshow.com/Rico, RICCO, and that'll take you, literally redirect you to his Spotify podcast, and just go there and check it out. Won't be disappointed. And I know eventually he'll have some new episodes post, because I know he's been telling me for a while that he really wants to do the podcast. He just wants to, obviously, like when he's doing an episode, then he listens to it and doesn't think it sounds good, so he scraps it. So I'm like, well, man, just post it. Like, even if you don't think it sounds that great, hey, at least you're putting content out there. Like, I know some people out here want to be perfect or whatever, but sometimes you just can't. Like, if I wanted this show to be perfect, then I probably wouldn't be here, because it ain't perfect. I know that for sure. And I'm always trying to make things better and stuff. So anyway, guys, on that note, you guys have a wonderful weekend, and I'll see you next Tuesday for the next segment of the Real Talk Tuesday. On that note, you guys have a good one, and we'll talk to you later.